Okay dudes, now weeks 1 through 4, we went over our typical eating routine during the day. You saw some of mine, you saw some of Brandon's, but we wanted to go over it one more time, just to give you guys an idea of what we typically eat. So what I'm doing now is I'm gonna make breakfast, and what I'm gonna do is have some Ezekiel bread, some turkey bacon, and some egg whites. What we try to include in our meals is a good healthy split of fats, proteins, and carbohydrates. We go by the macronutrient split of 50% protein, 30% carbs, 20% fat. Our protein is a little bit higher and our carbs are a little lower due to the fact that over time we found ourselves to be a little bit more carb sensitive. This could change with everyone. You may be different, but personally, this is what we use. So what we're gonna do is I usually do is about 5 slices of turkey bacon. Turkey bacon has gotten kind of a bad reputation just due to the fact that it seems like a lot of the turkey bacon you buy in the store, it tastes like cardboard. It is not good at all. I don't like it. But this is uncured turkey bacon. It's delicious and really doesn't taste much different than your standard pork bacon. I'm done with the turkey bacon, putting it on. That was 5 slices. And now what we usually do, we have 1 full cup of egg whites every morning. And what works out so great is we go ahead and use the turkey bacon grease in order. It mixes in with the egg whites there and it makes them flavored. Bacon flavored eggs. Tasty. The eggs are done. Taking those off. That was 1 whole cup. We just throw it right on the pan. We don't even worry about a toaster. And we got the all-natural peanut butter that we're gonna put on top of the Ezekiel bread. Here's where some of those fats come in, and it makes everything tasty. There we go. That's breakfast. Take a nice long look at that, because it ain't gonna be there for long. That is gonna be used to build those muscles, and that is one of our typical breakfasts for the morning. Okay, now it's lunchtime. What we usually do is we eat an 8-ounce chicken breast a day. We have some broccoli and we have some quinoa. This is just one example. We vary it up. We have other things, but typically this is pretty close to what we consume. So we try to marinate the chicken either the night before or a few hours before. Let's say the morning before you go to work or school. What we usually do is we just stick it in a bowl here and take all 6 slices we bought, put it in there. There we go. And then what we do is we marinate it with a little bit of barbecue sauce. We got some buffalo wing seasoning here. Put some on there. And then some seasoning spice. What you gotta make sure with the barbecue is just take a look at the label, because some barbecue sauce is loaded with sugar. This has none, so just keep an eye out for it. So when you just keep an eye out when you're doing any kind of seasoning, is you want to watch out to see what you're seasoning it with. You may be thinking, oh, I'm eating some healthy chicken, but you got to make sure what you're putting on it. It's a lot like salad with dressing. You could be having healthy salad, but it's full of fatty dressing, then it's not so healthy anymore, is it? There we go. It's done. So we're going to let that marinate, and then we are going to have it for lunch in addition to our broccoli and quinoa. Now it's quinoa time. So what we're going to do, quinoa is very simple. 2 parts water, or 2 cups, and 1 part quinoa. It's a little bit different based upon your stove, either it be electric or gas. What we do is we bring it to a boil, then we cover it for about 15 minutes, and it's usually good to go. Typically, we make our quinoa as we make our breakfast in the morning, so it's good to go for lunch. All right, we're gonna let it sit for 15 minutes, and then our quinoa is gonna be ready. All right, we brought the quinoa to a boil. We put it on low simmer for about 15 minutes, and there we go. It is perfect. That's gonna last us a couple days. And like I said, we're gonna use the marinated chicken, where we eat about 8 ounces of chicken a day at lunch with about a cup of quinoa and some of this broccoli right here. That's what we usually have, and that's what consists of our lunch. So we went over our breakfast and lunch. We had the turkey bacon, the egg whites, the Ezekiel bread, and the peanut butter for breakfast. We had the chicken, about 8 ounces, some of the quinoa, and broccoli for lunch. We're gonna have a tilapia salad for dinner. Throughout the day, if you're still finding yourself hungry, that's when a lot of our recipes we've made come into play. We have our Progurt, we have our peanut butter cookies, our protein brownies. Those are usually the things we make up on, a Sunday, so we have those all throughout the week to keep ourselves satisfied throughout the day. And then at dinner, we have our tilapia salad. Usually the rule of thumb is we do all our food prep on Sunday. We buy all our food from the grocery store, we make everything up, and we make any recipes we're gonna have, such as the protein brownies or the peanut butter cookies. For the Progurt, it's very quickly easy to make, so we usually do that on the day we're gonna be eating them. And for a lot of the stuff, obviously, such as breakfast and dinner, we do that before we eat it. But for things such as lunch, such as the chicken, usually we prepare that on Sunday as well, using the slow cooker or the barbecuer. There you have it. There's our typical dinner: tilapia, broccoli, and cottage cheese. We like to switch this up as well. So if you get tired of having that day in and day out, feel free to switch it up with something like our pizza, our healthy pizza using cauliflower as a crust, or even chicken or a lean turkey meat. This is usually what we have. We try to keep with about 2,500 calories a day, but then again, that's based upon our needs. Yours may be different. Feel free to have either less or more depending on what your body requires. But for us, that's what we found what's worked.